Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south. More specifically, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And even more specifically than that, I am in front of the Titanic. Now, when I get suggestions on attractions that people want to see me visit, this Titanic here in Pigeon Forge, one of the absolute #1 recommendations I get. And the reason I've not done a video here at the Titanic is because the rules are there's no photos, no video. They don't allow you to normally go through and photo or video the exhibits. However, tonight I'm going to be able to do photos and videos of the exhibit. I've been invited out by Ghost Hunt Weekends. Tonight they're going to be doing a ghost hunt here in the Titanic, and during their ghost hunts, photography videos are allowed. So we'll be heading in there and taking a look, maybe even seeing some spooky stuff going on tonight as well. So please, I'm very, very excited about this. Please follow me. Just look at it, this beautiful exterior here of the Titanic. If you notice, the Titanic appears to actually be wearing a mask. I guess it doesn't want to pass on viruses to other ships. Actually wearing a seasonal Christmas mask. You'll take a closer look there. Yeah, good knowing that the Titanic is a responsible ship, at least while you know, when it comes to contracting viruses. Maybe not so responsible in certain other ways. This here would be the anchor used by the Titanic. It is very, very massive. I will show you. It's about that big. It's a pretty big anchor, but still, that's a big ship. And you can only imagine it would take that massive anchor could even stop that ship. I think is still impressive. Walk along this little pathway to the front of the ship. What is the front of a ship called? Is it the stern or maybe the bow? I'm not sure. You can see Titanic breaking the water right there. No. There is the villain of this story, the notorious iceberg. Of course, there is no swimming or wading in the pool area. You might hit an iceberg. Near, far, wherever you are. There's the entrance to the attraction here in front of the ship. This is the White Star Line. Enter in the lobby here. You can see that the Titanic, showing it is taller than the St. Louis Arch, the Washington Monument, even the Knoxville Sun Sphere. All right, so this is going to be a little bit different of a tour because the lights are off for the ghost hunt, but we're going to take a little bit of a look around the Titanic Museum. All right, start out with a little view of the Titanic, this model here. It tells us the different parts, the poop deck, the funnel. I knew what the funnel was. The bridge is where the ship is navigated, the crow's nest, where the lookout is performed, and the bow is the front of the ship. So the bow in the front and the poop in the back. Makes sense. So items from the White Star Line, some fine china, and as a bed warmer, I guess they would pull that full of hot water and put it in the bed to keep it nice and toasty. This is one of the deck chairs from the Titanic. It's a model of the third class quarters. We looked at a car down there. Oh, is that the car that they were inside in the movie? I remember there was a scene inside of a car, inside of a boat. It's where Jack and Rose had some adult time together. And look up here, you can see the third class passengers sitting around getting their luggage put away, relaxing. Here's where they put all their suitcases and whatnot, and then there's the mail room down there. A little spooky going through a museum with no lights on. There's some artifacts in here. I guess these were some guests. Selena Rogers Cook, and apparently she kept her tooth that she had pulled as a memento of her ride on the Titanic. Yeah, this is the second class area. And I guess during normal operating hours, they'd actually have water come pouring down these stairs like they did in the movie and give you a simulation of what it's like to be drowned alive. It's the third class living quarters in here. You can see a little sink, beds. Had two little elephants there on the bed. And check this out. We have the amazing staircase. It's a replica of the grand staircase from the Titanic. You can see the glass there on the ceiling. Okay, up the stairs. And this is, I guess, one of the new exhibits here that have a music case. It's marked WHH. That's Wallace Henry Hartley. He was the Titanic band leader and violinist, one of the men that actually went down with the ship playing. And this was actually found strapped to his dead body at the bottom of the ocean. And in that case was this, his violin. So that violin went down with the Titanic and was recovered on a dead body. One of the instruments that was playing as the Titanic went down. And I guess this is the captain's room. You see the steering wheel right there as they looked out through the window into the stars. As we step out here on to the deck. And here it is. This is the iceberg right here. I have a real iceberg. You can reach out and touch. It's very cold, I can tell you that. That is a icy iceberg. History's greatest villain. Yeah, very cool. We're in the front of kind of the, I guess, the deck out in front of the captain's room that's behind us. Very cold out here. They have it made all icy, so you kind of feel what it's like to step out into the cold weather that surrounded the Titanic. So the lights are on in here in the children, the Titanic Room, where we can touch the hull of the ship. This isn't, I don't think this is actually carved from the ship itself, but a replica. We can feel what the Titanic was made out of. Some items recovered from the Titanic. It's a penknife. It was actually on the boat. And the first class master key and ring right there that went down with the ship. And this rotating blouse here was recovered from a trunk in the wreckage of the ship. So you can see as it slowly rotates towards us. Rotating blouse from the Titanic. We have a lifeboat rope, a matchbox. And this is a menu from the Titanic. It's a third class menu. It's a little damaged, but it says they had porridge and milk for breakfast and jacket potatoes. Oh, jacket potatoes are, I think that's what the British call baked potatoes. You open them up and it looks like they're wearing a little jacket. Yeah, here's pictures of children that were on the Titanic. That's a little bit sad. I guess this whole thing is pretty sad, really. These are simulations of the slope of the Titanic. See, this one is at 1:50 a.m. and they just get more and more steep 30-degree slope at 2 a.m. Oh, and look at this one. This is at 2:18 a.m. Oh, so that went fast. This is 2:18 a.m. You can see the angle there. And this was just 2:05. So yeah, the ship made a massive lurch into the water at that point. So apparently this is wood from the Titanic, so that carpenters would take it and make things out of it. It's a chessboard made out of recovered wood from the Titanic. It's really interesting. This is the Tot Titanic play area. This is where kids can pretend that they are captaining the Titanic. A bunch of little toddlers captaining a doomed vessel. And here we have names of every individual that was on the Titanic. You can see of the crew, 214 survived. 688 perished. That is a lot. First class passengers, 204 survived, 123 perished. Second class passengers, 118 survived, 161 perished. And third class passengers, 178 survived, 526 perished. Looks like a lot more perished in the third class than did of the second or first class. Much larger percentage. Now this here is amazing. This is a Lego replica of the Titanic. But what makes it even more special, this was made by a 10-year-old boy. 10-year-old autistic boy constructed this entire thing by himself. Get a little closer look there. You can see the little minifigures riding the Titanic. And underneath the Lego Titanic, you can actually see a little model of what the Titanic looks like today. It's a little shriveled, rusted, brown relic compared to the once grand and beautiful Titanic. So this is Chad, owner of Ghost Hunt Weekends, and I took you guys through a little walkthrough, and now we're gonna go look at the ghost aspect of the Titanic Museum. You can kind of show us some of the hot spots and places where there are ghost sightings within the museum.
Yep.
All right.
This is great. We're the only ones allowed in here. This is an exclusive event. If anybody's ever been to the Titanic, no cameras are ever allowed, so this is a big deal. Jacob, I know, has been trying to get in here for years.
I've been excited. I'm really excited about this.
So this is going to be fun. So we caught a woman in a photograph right by this case right here. And we think that you're attached to this item. It was a woman with a dress. I've never seen anything like this before. How does it work? Right there.
Yeah.
There's a little voice in there.
But I also heard a kid saying yeah.
Oh, that's
whoa.
Around the corner.
That
Wow. Why is that going? That red means like that's as strong as a microwave going off.
I just heard a thud.
Dude, what was that?
It came from. I thought it came from over here. Yeah. Like behind the door.
No way.
Sounded like it. Ask it again.
We've been working hard at
I just heard the note right here. Did you guys just hear that? There was like a knock, right? I don't know where it was. It was somewhere this direction. What was that?
Yeah.
Is somebody in that room?
No, there's no one in that room.
I definitely heard a noise in there.
So we're looking at this previously here, and in this case right here, they got this image. If you can adjust that, to me that really looks like a woman in a dress. You can almost make out her shoulders. You can almost like see like the curvature of her body, like her breasts, her hips. It's very, very intriguing.
Kind of like almost like a black hat. You can see a hat a little bit.
She's wearing like a little bit of a hat. But yeah, that's pretty striking to me.
2 meters going crazy.
Is that your?
No, I got mine on airplane mode. I got mine on do not disturb.
Mine's on airplane mode too.
Yeah, we're getting activity in here just a little bit.
Wow.
Can you please show yourself to us in photographic form? Can you smile for a photo? Can you let us know you're here?
I guess that was the case where they had the siding before.
Can you please let us know you're here?
They're non-stop, dude. Ever since we brought cards, money, alcohol, and the other lady brought some gum as candy. This is period British money. Is it the money you want? Because I'll take it back. We're doing.
These meters going nuts.
Can you stop for a second? I'm the guy with the gifts. You gotta stop if you want them. All right, here's your money back. Is that what you want? You want some sweets for the children?
Dude, they go off every time you put something over there.
Yeah.
It's almost like, yeah. The meter
You want
up top,
everything.
dude, the meter on the bottom is going off, and then the meter up top is going off. They're both going off. And there's nothing in there. Nobody's around it or anything.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They're like, thanks.
Reacting very positively to the booze. And into the first class area here. To the fireplace. And they got their Christmas tree up. A little doll there lounging on the couch. This is Mr. Isidore Strauss's ring. It's a wedding ring that was recovered from the dead body. If you look down here, there's like a endless hallway, kind of a simulation of what it would be like looking down the hall of the Titanic.
And Lisa had cleaned it, or, wiped it off, and I was gonna see if it was.
So I guess right here we have this is 28 degree water. This is what the water would have felt like. Pretty cold. Definitely wouldn't want to be submerged in it or stranded out in the middle of the ocean. That's cold. That's really cold. I'm gonna put my hand in it for a few seconds, few minutes, but definitely wouldn't want to be doused in that.
And we've been getting a lot of interaction with her, with the meters, and also with candy. I've been coaxing her with some candy. Count to 3. I'll even go backwards. When I get to 1, can you make that one go off? 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
Man, this one here. Hey, what's that screaming?
Is that screaming?
Yeah, can you hear that?
Screaming.
Dude, we just heard screaming. It was like a.
Well, you gotta think there was a lot of that going on right there.
At the count of 3, scream out, and we'll come help you get to a lifeboat. 1, 2, 3. Whoa.
This one went to right too.
The meter is.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Wow.
So thank you for joining me here at the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Huge shout out to Ghost Hunt Weekends. And you know how their company works is they almost every weekend they do different trips to different haunted locations. They travel all over. There's different states, some in the Tennessee area, some further from here. Check out their website. I'll put that down below if you're interested in scheduling a weekend to go do some ghost hunting. It's a pretty awesome experience, and as you can see, very interesting ghost hunt tonight here at the Titanic Museum. If you'd like to see other places that I've been, please check the interactive map in the description of this video. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider buying a t-shirt. Spreadshirt shop down in the description of this video. Consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also now selling 2 different types of enamel pins in the gift shop. Great Christmas presents. But until next time, this one's in the bag.